What's up, all my Ewoks, triples, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about She-Hulk, because, guys, I found this interview that was absolute fucking cancer. But before I get into it, everyone, my channel is Hardcore Shadow Band here on YouTube, so every single like, share, comment really helps out my channel fighting the YouTube algorithms, because they don't like it when you speak the truth or you speak your mind or you have opinions. They don't like that, so they shadow ban you, which is exactly what happened to me. And also, guys, if you haven't already, maybe take a minute, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, make sure that bell is set to all. That way you actually get notifications when I post videos and live streams. Now, with that out of the way, let's get on to the video. All right, everyone, so I have this video pulled up. Now, as you guys know, if you've been following my channel, my content, I've been really covering She-Hulk because there is so much coming out surrounding the show, so much that Marvel and Disney are pushing. The freaking writer, executive producer, the actresses are doing interview after interview, and they're getting almost no views and no coverage. But Disney is still trying to shove down our throats that this is the bestest show ever, and it's only getting bad reviews by trolls and bots because that's their go-to. When in reality, they've killed their brand so much by all this bullshit. Like after Endgame, I mean, now they're kind of just like milking it for all that it's worth, right? You're beating the dead cow too much, Disney and Marvel. Like, I don't know what the hell. But on top of that, they're doing the most ridiculous job of making this story about female empowerment when all they really had to do was, I don't know, read the fucking source material. It's not that hard. I've fucking done it. And I did it decades ago, which, you know, is what it is. But, I mean, so hear me out here, guys. The first issue of She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk in particular, is Jen gets shot in the back, right? She's talking to Bruce. He hasn't really talked to her. They haven't seen each other in a while because he's been on the run and hiding and whatnot. And he's asking her about his case or about her case. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to this guy killed this guy and it's all this setup and whatnot. And as they pull into her driveway, the bad guys that are following her, it's three adult men, do a hit and run and try to kill her. Bruce gets her in the house and saves her by, giving her a blood transfusion. He's not sure if she's going to live. Once he figures out that she is going to live, he, has to call the cops and everything and whatnot. And she gets taken to, the hospital, and the guys that, shot her, they found out that she didn't die. So they go to the hospital to kill her because she's got Hulk's blood, and Bruce had to leave because he was hiding from the cops and whatnot. He's a vigilante. And the bad guys, the three full-grown men, come into the hospital to kill her. They got chloroform. They're trying to smother her and, take her out so that way they can freaking kill her. And she hulks out and she beats the ever-living shit out of these guys. And then when the cops try to arrest her, they're like, she didn't do nothing. It's not illegal to be green. And she has to run back inside the hospital and go back into her bed and act like nothing happened. You want to talk about strong female empowerment? How about fucking beating the ever-living shit out of the guys that shot you in the back and tried to murder you in cold blood? I think that's pretty fucking empowering. And if you ask me, because I'm a woman, not that my gender should matter at all, but if you really want to, get the female audience, why not do that? Oh yeah, it was a story that was written by a man and drawn by a man. Oh, that's bad. So instead, let's have her get into a car accident and then belittle her cousin who has had a life of absolute fucking hell, right? Okay, so the reason why I gave you guys that backstory is because I'm hoping that one of the weirdos that is always complaining about my videos, even though they don't watch them, in case there's a little chance that they do watch them, these weirdos don't read comics, so they don't know that. So there's a little brief history lesson. It would have taken you, well, depending on your reading comprehension, I was going to say 5 minutes, but in your case, maybe 20 to 30 for, a few page issue. But I mean, come on. It's not fucking rocket science why, Marvel and DC were so successful. It's because they were actually written and created by talented, creative, intelligent people. Now that that's out of the way, this video. So I stumbled across this because in the thumbnail it had this actress, the actress that plays her best friend, and the writer, Jessica Gao, however the hell you say it. And I I turned it on in the background while I was editing my last video, and I was like, oh, I had to stop because I was like, oh my God, this video is absolute fucking cancer. So I'm going to play a bit for you right now, but take in mind everything that I just told you while you listen to this shit, because it's fucking terrible. Let's get into it.
Superpower. Yeah. And it really kind of marries those ideas. When you think of women taking up their space, how do you see it personally, and how does She-Hulk fit into those ideas that you have about that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's still such a, I feel like it's still an uncomfortable notion for women to take up space. It's still so counter to all the socializing we've been given, and the sort of training throughout our lives is like, don't.
Okay, okay, guys, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Pepper fucking Potts. Oh, I can go Sue Storm. Like, do you want me to just stop naming off women's names? Nebula, Gamora, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman. I know that's DC, but like, what? Women taking up space. All right, guys, come on. Like, Barbara fucking Gordon. Like, I can go on for days, but women taking up space, guys. I told you this video is fucking cancer, but let's get back into it.
And so, and at the same time, I think there's still, as much as women are being centered in certain ways, there's still like massive places where that's not happening, and such a legacy of centering male voices that just inherently makes it like you could never kind of catch up. Do you know what I mean? So I think culture.
Guys, the first She-Hulk comic, I wasn't alive, so excuse me on this. 79 or 80 was when She-Hulk came out, right? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Again, I wasn't alive when this happened. Sorry, I'm still young. But it's came out decades ago. So you're complaining about women in the fucking space. Women have been around since the beginning of fucking time. We wouldn't have humanity if it wasn't for men or women, but women in particular, because women have the fucking babies and whatnot. But so, honey, like, the virtue signal, I'm just okay. I gotta power through this because it was bad enough the first time I watched this. I'm getting even more angry the second time, but let's get back into this.
Really, we're still contending with that as like a complicated idea. And what's so cool about She-Hulk is that she embodies this feeling of being able to walk into a room with a different body and be perceived differently based on that. And sort of the whole thing of the show for me is like, why do we do that to women? Why do we look at them and decide based on how they present, who they are, how we speak to them, whether we deem them worthy of respect or space, all of that stuff. I think it's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, the exact same fucking thing is what they do to men. Bruce fucking Banner walking into the room isn't going to get the same reaction as the fucking Hulk. If Tony Stark walks in looking like a hobo, he's going to get a completely different reaction than as if he's walking in looking like fucking Iron Man in the Iron Man suit. Everything that she just said, everything that she just complained about, men have to deal with it too. Men have to fucking deal with it too. This is so fucking stupid.
It was interesting to watch her tread that kind of road between Jen the person, She-Hulk, the moniker. Made me think of like the whole Octomom phenomena, where I can't even think of the young lady's name now because we were fed
young lady. She's like in her 50s.
How does She-Hulk kind of wade in those pools of celebrity and trying to maintain your own personal identity?
Yeah, that's so interesting because it's almost like she becomes commodified as She-Hulk. As soon as she's named, she's like owned by everyone else, right? She isn't herself anymore.
Same as Bruce, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Star-Lord. Do you want me to continue? literally everything she's saying is the exact same thing men have to deal with. But, oh no, you can't virtue signal for men because it's a men's world. When literally, these are the type of women that all they want is equality, right? But then they go and try to virtue signal, push this fake narrative that, oh my gosh, it's such a struggle being a woman, when literally the things that they're complaining about, men have to deal with too. But they want to say that it's more of a struggle for women than it is for men. If anything in this area, I think women typically have it easier. I know, I'm a fucking woman. Men are typically usually nicer to women, right? I mean, unless you're an absolute scumbag of a dick, men are usually typically nice to women. Doesn't matter if they look crazy, doesn't matter if they look nice like she does, doesn't matter if they walk in looking green. Men are typically going to be nicer to women than women are to men. Women, especially nowadays, are going, like, they'd probably freak the fuck out. They got their pepper spray, they'd be screaming, certain things at guys. They're like, don't talk to me. They're on guard all the time. And it's like, there was that video that went viral where it's like a dude just like sticking out his hand to like shake it, and all the dudes do it and all the women look at him like he's crazy. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm a real person. Even though I don't interact with people that often because I don't like people and I don't like leaving my hobbit hole, I have to still go to the post office and the grocery store and, to Target, because I like Target. But when I go to those places, I try to be as nice as possible to everyone that I interact with. And it's like, I'm going to be nice. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. If you're a dick to me, I'm probably going to ignore you, right? And usually I don't meet very many people that are dicks to me unless it has to do with like when you're ordering food for someone or from someone and whatnot. And everyone knows what that's like when you get like an asshole kind of like waiter or waitress and something like that. But this is just exhausting. The fake virtue signaling. I told you this video was cancer, and it gets worse in here. All right, I can't watch any more of that right now. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. But I told you guys that video, that interview was cancer. Now, what it seems to me is that the actress that's playing She-Hulk, she was given talking points, and she's got to stick to the script, right? Same with the chick that's asking her questions. She wrote up her script. They got to say to the script. They got to say the talking points. They got to say the buzzwords. They got to mark off that checklist, right? But to the people writing the fucking checklist, you guys are absolute fucking morons. Like, do you not realize everything that you're trying to virtue signal about is not actually a problem that is, just in particular to women. Men have to deal with it too. You really want to talk about women's struggles? I'll give you a fucking women's struggle right now. How come they took a comic with a very well-liked character, changed the origin story from one that was actually empowering to women and something that even men could look out and be empowered by? Because I'm sure even men, and this is one of the beautiful aspects of storytelling, is when the writer is so good that they make you relate to someone that is completely different than you. So when you're watching a movie, like for me, if I watch Castaway, I am nothing like Tom Hanks, right? We have nothing in common except for the fact that we're both humans, right? And we were both born in America. But I can sympathize with his struggles and him being stuck on an island by himself and him wanting to escape and get back to, the real world. I can sympathize with that. Most humans can sympathize with that struggle that he goes through, that character goes through in that movie. Okay, you don't have to look exactly like him. You don't have to, be from the same place that he's from. You don't have to be the same gender or ethnicity as him to relate to that kind of struggle, right? So I'm pretty sure because She-Hulk was, plenty of men, considering men were, sorry to burst your bubble on this, but men were the audience for comics, right? Men were the majority of the audience for comics. Yes, women like them too, but I know as a fucking girl that grew up liking this shit, it's much easier to find a guy you can talk about it with than a girl because it's more rare for girls to like these things. Now, if this is going to piss them off to no end. If I go into a shoe store or Sephora, I'm going to guarantee I see more women there and I can talk about shoes and makeup with women all day, every day. Less so with guys, right? I'm sorry, they're going to lose their mind, but they like to put all the stereotypical shit in there. There's a stereotype right there for you. That is actually true, which is why it's a stereotype. Funny how that is. But the thing is, anyone could have related to She-Hulk, where it's like, oh, here's this character I have absolutely nothing in common with. You know, I mean, the only thing I have in common with her is that I'm a woman, right? I'm not a lawyer. I wasn't, getting chased by the bad guys. I didn't get shot in the back. But I think anyone can empathize with, oh, these dudes shot me in the back, or like shot her in the back, shot me in the back, and then showed up to the hospital and tried to murder me. Yeah, I think everyone can look at it and be like, when she, fights back, when she turns into the She-Hulk for the first time and she fights back and she defends herself, they get arrested, and then they admit to their crime in front of the police officers. So they're going behind bars, so she knows when She-Hulk goes back to Jen that she's going to win her case. Yeah, everyone's been like, yes, fuck yeah, you go, girl, right? Everyone can relate with that. Funny how good writing is. I don't know anyone that can relate with this bullshit of the show that is She-Hulk that they're trying to shove down our throats. No one can relate with that because it's the most unrealistic, bizarre. It seems like it was written by AI that's thinks this is how humans interact and talk with one another. I mean, could you imagine looking your cousin in the eye, knowing everything that he went through, knowing that he was experimented on, knowing that he watched his mother get beaten to death, that he was beaten, and, the woman that he loved died. He has to, save the planet multiple times. He's injured. He was enslaved on another planet, basically being in an arena fighting for years. You're going to look that man in the eye and tell him, fuck you, I'm better than you? What a fucking cunt. What an unlikable piece of absolute trash. And you want us to relate to that? I'm sorry, but I do have some hope for humanity. And in my opinion, I don't think a majority of humans are absolute fucking scumbag cunts. Like they're playing Jen Walters. And it makes me so angry because I actually like this character, which is why I've been covering this so much. But anyways, guys, this is a pretty long rant in and of itself. So let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys have been awesome in helping me fight this shadow ban, and my channel is growing again, so thank you. It is making a difference, but I still, we still need to push for that because I am, still shadow banned, but you guys are helping a lot, so I did want to say thank you. And guys, tonight, if you guys are watching this the day that this video comes out, I'm doing a closeout stream for my calendar tonight. It's the end of the last 24 hours for it, so keep an eye on my channel tonight because I will be doing a big, closeout live stream. And everyone, with that being said, thank you so much for your constant support. I really appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and welcome to all the new people to my channel. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And with that being said, everyone, have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone, and thank you so much again for watching my channel and my content. And if you would like to support me further, because I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, as much as I want Mio to get behind me and sponsor me because I love Mio, I actually created something. I created a cosplay calendar of some of your favorite video game characters, and this is the second cosplay calendar I have done. Everyone really liked the first one, and so, I really am grateful for everyone that's come out and support this one as well. It means the world to me. We already broke the total from last year's entire campaign in the first 30 days of this campaign. So thank you once again, everyone, so much for your support. And if you guys are new here and you guys don't know me, well, then this is a really good way to, get to know me and back my calendar and support my channel. There's a lot of really popular characters that were, requested for the first calendar, like Samus. So I started off with her. And unlike Hollywood, as I try to give you guys what you want, I try to give fans and nerds and, all of us that have been told F you by Hollywood to give, you guys what you want and what, I want, which is staying true to characters and trying to, do the best version of them that I possibly can. So as you guys can see here, this is my Jill Valentine. I got Jade from Mortal Kombat. I got the one and only Lara Croft, my girl Lara. Then I have Miranda from Mass Effect. Now I'm still adding images of these characters. There are going to be 12 different ones. And if you guys are interested in, supporting an independent content creator like myself, this is the way to do it. I do the photos. I, do the cosplay. I ship everything out myself. So this is a 100% my own project. So if you guys, again, want to support me and my channel and keep everything rolling, please consider backing my cosplay calendar. I would really appreciate it. The links are down in the description below. So please check that out if you guys haven't already. And if this isn't something for you, then maybe take a second and, share it to somebody who this might be, something they'd be interested in. Once again, everyone, thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.